In this video, we're going to take a little bit of time to talk about some of the extensions onto logistic regression, which we've been talking about for the past few weeks. So these are not going to be assessed in the course, but what I want to do is give you some branches to go down of topics you can explore more in depth if you wanted to on your own. And with the foundation we built in logistic regression, it shouldn't be a big jump to understanding these. I never like to say anything simple because, at this level of life, nothing is ever simple, but the foundation you have should be a good enough foundation that you should be able to learn these on your own reasonably well. So the first is conditional logistic regression, and where this can be used is when we have a matched case control design. So for example, if we've taken babies that were low birth weight and matched them to one that was not low birth weight, then we can use conditional logistic regression. And without getting too far into it, I just want to mention in R, there is the CLOGIT command, conditional logit, and that is in the survival library. So we'll start making use of the survival library when we move into survival analysis in a few more weeks. That package is already built into R, but you need to load the library if you want to work with it. So there's this command there that's going to allow you to do conditional logistic regression. Then multinomial logistic regression. This is where we have an outcome that has, I'll do up to G, okay, more than just disease, yes or no. Okay, it's a multinomial outcome, okay, or multiple categories, more than just two. Okay, but these are not in any particular order. So if we wanted to try and, within a Canadian context, estimate what province someone is from, or what region someone lives in, or things like these. You can think of other examples. Estimating some outcome that's categorical with multiple categories. The way the multinomial logistic regression model works, or you can think of it, is that you choose one category as the reference. So suppose you choose category 0 to be the reference. And then fit G, I guess it would be G minus 1. Logistic regression models. So that's what it's doing in concept. Fitting a model for 1 versus 0, 2 versus 0, 3 versus 0, and so on. Although it's doing it all in one step, but conceptually that's what it's getting at. And if you want to compare other levels, 1 versus 2, you need to do it using the submodels. But that's what it's doing in concept. If you want to try this out in R, you can do it using the, not sure why I did that there. I want to put the open and close parentheses that usually go behind the command, but maybe I shouldn't do those. Multinom, M-U-L-T-I-N-O-M. So the multinom command, and this is in the NNET package. And I just want to mention, I'm sure there are other packages that will also allow you to do multinomial logistic regression. So this is not an endorsement of this package or saying it's the best one. It's one that I know of and I have used before. At this point, the statement's going to become outdated. There's something like 12 to 15,000 different R packages that exist, and those are just the ones in the R CRAN, not all the other ones floating around GitHub or things like these that might not be officially part of the set of packages. And so this is one that I know of, but if you want to explore others, go for it. I'm sure there are others, and there might be others that are a little bit better. So ordinal logistic regression, this is where in our outcome has multiple, doesn't need to have a lot, but it has more than just disease, yes or no. Has 3 or more categories, and they're ordered. Here they're ordinal. So maybe something like nut disease, a little bit, a lot. Right? I don't know if you can be a little bit disease or a lot disease, but things like that. Something where it's small, medium, large. Right? There's some ordering or rank to the categories. So one important thing with fitting this model, what it does is it's forced to have proportional odds. Okay, what it means by that is it fits parallel lines. So in other words, there's one set of betas or one set of model coefficients. Right? It's not fitting all these separate models. There's one set of model coefficients for x1, x2, x3, and so on. And only the intercept differs. So again, without going too far down the rabbit hole, we can think of it's forcing the lines to be parallel. And the jump from category 0 to 1 is captured in the change in the intercept. From category 1 to 2, again, by having a different intercept. And so I don't want to go too much further into that because I'm not really talking about it too much other than just introducing what it is and what it's used for. So there's kind of a fine line I'm trying to tread of explaining enough so it's more than just a word I'm throwing out there, but I don't want to fall over the side and go too far where I'm explaining things that I can't do adequately because I haven't built the foundation for them. Okay, but that's what ordinal logistic regression is for, when you have 3 or more categories for your outcome and they're ordered or ranked in some way. There's 2 ways that I know of doing this. There's the POLR command, and this is in the mass library. Okay, so this is again is built into R, but you need to load the library, so you need to do library mass. It's all capitals. So it's capital MASS. And there's also the ORM command, Ordinal Regression Model, and this is in the RMS package. Maybe I should put it lowercase because it's lowercase in R. So RMS is a package we're making use of a little bit, regression modeling strategies. That's a package we're going to use to get some of the R-squared type measures that we're looking at in a separate video. So these are some of the extensions that go on to logistic regression. As I said, with the foundation in logistic regression models that we've built, you should be able to, if you want to and you need to, explore these on your own and build the understanding of them. At their core, they're just logistic regression models with some slight add-ons to account for the fact that we have more than 2 categories or that the categories are ordered in some way. So explore these on your own if you feel like it.
Stick around, guys. There's more to see, and please stay safe.